Hello and happy Halloween! I had so much spooky fun partnering with Temu to make this video using some awesome products, and they have an amazing deal for you when you download their app. More details to come. I started by taking a few different shades of purple fondant that I had made, as well as some black fondant, and lightly kneading them together to just marble the colors. You can make my easy homemade fondant with my recipes, which are both on my channel here as well as on my website. Once I had my fondant colors marbled, I pulled out this beautiful from Temu, which has 5 different beautiful plaque styles in it. Silicone molds are so useful with fondant. Just coat them with a little bit of shortening, press your fondant in, peel away the mold, and there you go. And while my fondant plaque was still flexible and not dry yet, I wanted to emboss some text onto it, so I wrote, "Something wicked this way comes," from Macbeth, as we're doing a witch haunted forest theme. After I had my text ready, I put a little bit of cornstarch on them so they wouldn't stick to the fondant, and I stamped out my text right into the fondant plaque. I dotted my eyes, and then I'm using this fan brush from the 15-piece brush set, also from Temu, to remove any leftover cornstarch. This 15-piece brush set had everything I needed. I needed very fine, thin brushes to paint my text. I needed little ball dotters to dot my eyes, and the other size brushes are very useful, as you'll see later in my video, for adding luster and petal dusts. Make sure to download the Temu app. I have the link in my description below. And then type in this code DNJ2586 into the search bar. Temu is offering anyone who searches for this code a $100 coupon bundle. This is a really great way to score some super useful products from Temu. I love that they offer free shippings on items shipped from Temu and free returns for up to 90 days after delivery. After we have our text painted with some black edible paint, I'm going in with another size brush from my Temu set of 15 brushes to add some black petal dust as well as some black shimmery luster dust. Now that I have my plaque looking the way I want it, I'm going to allow this to dry overnight. Our haunted forest needs some spooky trees, of course, so using black, brown, and then also that marbled purple shade of fondant that we made earlier, I rolled out several different size tall crooked trees. These don't really require any specialized tools or skill. Just roll out a rough tapered shape, press it down a little bit at the bottom to look like a trunk with some roots, and then you can even leave them curved and lumpy and bumpy, because spooky haunted trees shouldn't be straight or perfect. I was able to create a weathered and kind of magical spooky look to these trees by using the fan brushes including in my set from Temu, with some black petal dust and the black luster dust as well. The purple tree trunks were going to be birch trees, as I am picturing in a haunted forest where it's dark and there's some purple spooky witch magic lurking around, that normally the white birch would look purple, so I am adding little black lines with my thin brush from my Temu set to make them look like a birch tree. also needed some extra branches and sticks and twigs to be able to add between the tree trunks, connecting them. So I'm using a silicone mold, again coated with some shortening for easy release, in the colors of the purple we used, the black, and the brown. And then I also went ahead and just handmade some sticks and branches by rolling them out and making odd shaped corners. My branches, trees, and sticks were all left to dry overnight. We also needed a black cauldron to be sitting out in the woods in the middle of the night to make some spooky potions, so I cut that from black fondant using a cauldron cutter and this large circle cutter. I next made some potion bubbles using Isomalt at kind of a toxic spooky green color. I melted some pre-cooked green and clear tiles together and then added neon yellow gel coloring to give it this color. Next, I just poured this Isomalt into these round molds, and I forgot to mention I did also add some edible glitter to the Isomalt as well to make it sparkle. Then just let all your little Isomalt potion bubbles cool, and then you can pop them out of the molds, and they look just like this. Then I arranged a bunch of them together to make it look like little bubbles bubbling out of the cauldron. I used different sizes and just layered them on top of each other. Once I was happy with how the bubbles were arranged, I used my kitchen torch to melt them all together and also to pop any air bubbles that have formed. Make sure to let this fully cool, and here's what it looks like. The last fondant piece I made was a full moon, of course. I just rolled out very thinly this pale orange fondant color and cut it out with a circle. I'm filming all my overhead countertop content for this video using this tripod stand with the gooseneck attachment for phones. Also from Temu. It was really convenient to use. It adjusts to so many different sizes. I was actually able to set the piece on the floor and have my phone nice and high above my counter, so it didn't use up any counter space at all. To save a little time, I'm not showing the crumb coat in this video. If you'd like to see videos on how to crumb coat a smooth cake, I have others I can link for you here. I'm actually just giving a previously decorated cake a new Halloween facelift here. My cake and buttercream recipes can be found on my website. I'm using my vanilla buttercream recipe colored purple and also my chocolate buttercream recipe with some black, and just marbled those together as well. To give my cake forest some depth and dimension, I'm going to be using this really convenient airbrush system also from Temu. Again, make sure you download their app and search for my code DNJ2586 in the search bar for a coupon bundle. It's very quick and easy to assemble, and here are the 3 airbrush colors I'm going to be using on my cake. I'm starting with the violet. I decided to first airbrush quite close to my cake to make it a little more streaky, like maybe there were trees in the near ground. And then I'm adding the black right into the cup where I had the violet because I do want them to blend a bit, and I stood a little bit further away from my cake when I airbrushed the back to give it a little more dimension. And lastly, I went in with the silver, the metallic color, to give it a little spooky magic look. I also made sure to airbrush the top edge with black in particular. After I was happy with the color of the background of my cake, it was time to start adding all of our fondant and isomalt pieces. I just added the trees right into the buttercream. I did have one break on the way up, but that's okay because we don't want the trees to look perfect. Once I had all the trees arranged onto the cake, I went ahead and added the sticks and branches and twigs in different places by attaching them to the fondant trees with a little brush of water and then also just pressing them into the buttercream where I could. Once our forest was full, I added a tip 352, which is a leaf piping tip, into a bag, and then marbled this black and purple together again with the emphasis on the black. Make sure to check out my black buttercream recipe and tips on my channel here if you are looking to make some black buttercream frosting but don't want to use tons and tons of dye. It's very easy. Then I just went in at various parts of my forest and added a couple little leaves here and there. We're assuming the haunted forest is in the fall or autumn season, so it shouldn't have all of its leaves, but a few here and there to connect and bring the forest together was nice. Leaves are very easy and quick to pipe with the 352 tip. You just squeeze, release pressure, and pull away. Next, it was time for our cauldron, and I originally had made these green flames, but I decided to remove them because I thought they were a little distracting and didn't really go with the theme of the cake. I added the isomalt bubbles by just pressing them right on top of the cauldron and securing them with a little bit of water to the tree behind it. Then I could add my plaque right in front. I gave my cauldron a little bit of a patina with this luster dust using the fan brush from the Temu set. And then lastly, I decided to add some purple sparkly magic with this purple glitter dust, also using one of the fan brush from the Temu set. And you'll notice now that our full moon just magically appeared on the cake. I actually had realized once I put all of my decorations on the cake that I totally forgot the moon and had to quickly kind of sneak it behind the trees. Once again, a huge thank you to Temu for helping me with this cake project. It was so much fun to use their tripod stand, this 15-piece brush set, the plaque mold, and the airbrush system. I'll make sure I have links for all those products in my description. Again, make sure you download the Temu app and type in the search bar code DNJ2586 for a special coupon bundle. Here is one final look. Thank you, Temu, and happy Halloween!